average real estate agent will sell 23 homes in their lifetime.
23.
Finding the perfect balance between your home and your financial assets is key to a secure future. We're here to help you weigh the options. Each one, a mountain of paperwork, negotiations, open houses, broken weekends. For that work, they will earn, on average, just under $100,000 in total commissions.
And then they will retire with nothing.
They said it couldn't be done. Now look, we're number one, and this is just the start. Not $500,000. Often, not even $50,000 in savings. Here's the punchline they don't tell you in the job interview. The middleman does not get rich from the deal.
The middleman gets rich from the illusion of control.
And once you see the math behind that illusion, you will never look at a distributor, a broker, or a reseller the same way again.
Let's start with a funeral. A few years ago, a freight broker named Mike did an anonymous interview on a logistics podcast. Mike was good at his job.
Really good. And we tried to drive. And you had it's not spam right to city pigment drips than one eye.
He moved containers from the Port of Los Angeles to warehouses across the Midwest. He had 30 trucks under contract. He worked 16-hour days.
On paper, he was a success story.
1 year, his brokerage moved nearly $14 million in freight value.
$14 million. Ha!
And his personal take-home for that year? $62,000. Not a typo. Oh. $62,000 after taxes, after software subscriptions, after liability insurance, after the loan on his Ford F-250 he needed to look the part. Mike was moving millions.
Living in a 2-bedroom apartment.
And sleeping on a mattress he'd bought used. Brett and Middleman. Here is the uncomfortable truth.
Most middlemen do not fail because they are lazy. They fail because they are efficient. And efficiency in a broken system is a trap. Welcome to the best lemonade stand in the neighborhood. How can I help you today? You buy lemons for $1.
Oh, what?
You sell lemonade for $2. You keep the difference.
What grace and studs ran dangs nangas nangas avon nissa.
That story is true. Horigaur and Roy the as there's no problem.
But it's also poison. Because that model assumes you own the lemons.
The middleman does not own the lemons.
He never has.
The real estate agent does not own the house.
The freight broker does not own the trucks.
The insurance agent does not own the policies.
The affiliate marketer does not own the product. They own access.
And access is not an asset.
It is a lease. Here is the definition that changes everything. An asset produces cash flow while you sleep. A middleman role produces cash flow only while you solve problems. The moment you stop solving problems, the money stops. Your landlord doesn't stop collecting rent when he goes on vacation. Your software subscription doesn't stop billing you when the developer sleeps.
But the middleman's income? It has a half-life of about 3 weeks.
Pause on that. Three weeks of not showing up, not answering emails, not smoothing over disputes. And the entire machine grinds to a halt. That is not a business. It is a job wearing a fancy hat. Now let's talk about the spread. The spread is the difference between what the buyer pays and what the seller receives. In a fair world, the spread reflects value added. Let me give you a number. In 2021, 3 pharmaceutical distributors controlled 90% of all prescription drug distribution in the United States. 90%! They buy a drug from a manufacturer for $1. They sell it to your local pharmacy for $1.08. Every coin tells a story, doesn't it? This one, especially. That's the spread. Oh, whoa! A single pill, that's nothing. That's $320 million in spread. Every year. Across 3 companies. Now here is the question no one asks. What do those distributors actually do?
Now's for that people start off yet. Oh, they store pills in a warehouse.
They put pills on a truck. They ship pills to a pharmacy. Hey. A task a well-trained high school student could learn in an afternoon. But because the system is too complex to unwind. Because the regulations are too thick to cut through. because the pharmacies are too small to go direct. They get 8 cents. And the founder of McKesson in 1833 built a fortune that would be worth billions today. But the regional distribution manager who runs the Atlanta hub in 2024,
Can't help, fire.
she makes $140,000 a year.
Drives a leased BMW.
And will retire with a 401k that requires her to work until she is 67.
The spread did not make her rich. The spread made her comfortable enough to stop asking questions. That is the trap. Comfort without ownership.